Hello everyone, it's Sunday the 27th of August 2023 and we're having one last look at the bathroom as it is now, because on Tuesday they're going to rip all this out and replace it with a shiny new bathroom, fingers crossed. It's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow and I'm going to avoid the disruption because I'm off to my mum's with the dogs because I can't cope. Being in the house when work's done is just awful. So I'm hiding at mother's. So I thought I'll show you the bathroom as it is now. I won't be able to show you any in between because hopefully when I come back the following Sunday it will all be done and fantastic. Yeah, well, that's the plan anyway. That's the hope. So Mark's been doing a few things in here. He's painted the ceiling. That fitting there, there's a bulb gone. We've got a new light for that. It's exactly the same as the one I have in the ensuite. So everything it's just completely being ripped out, everything. We're having new tiles, new floor, new bath. So we're going to get it's all going to be where it is now. Toilet, sink, bath, cabinet, but it's going to be new. So the bath is going to have a shower instead of this silly little thing. It's going to have a separate thermostatically controlled shower and a shower screen, and it will come out a little bit further. So there's a bit more space to stand in the shower area. And then the sink and toilet is going to be a unit. So the cistern will be hidden and there'll be a sink with a cupboard underneath. This bit here, this is housing, at the moment it's housing an internal soil pipe, and that goes up there and it just goes under my bedroom. That's probably roughly where my bed is, and then it goes along a bit and then it goes up into the loft space, the void area, and on the top of the soil pipe is a non-return valve. So what happens with that, when the toilet's flushed, the valve opens to allow air into the system so the water can flush away, and then when it's flushed away the valve closes to keep any smells at bay. So there's new regulations that allow you to have an internal soil pipe actually in the bathroom, as long as it's, I think it's only about 30 centimeters higher than the toilet or something. So the bathroom installers have said they'll be able to incorporate the internal soil pipe. It'll stop sort of about here, and it'll be all hidden by the cabinet that's housing the cistern. So this is all going to come off, which enable us to fit the combined sink and toilet unit, and also get a bigger what do they call them, cabinet to go along. So it's going to be a bigger cabinet. If it works, it's going to have Bluetooth in it, it's going to have a charging port, and it'll also have a light and a heated mirror so it won't fog up, hopefully, as long as they can connect it up to the electrics. It's a Carndine, I think, a Carndine floor. I can't remember, but I helped choose the tiles and floor. Well, I helped choose the whole thing. So I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Then the conventional radiator is going to be replaced by a taller heated towel rail. That's about it. So it's going to be tiled. Instead of just half tiled, it will be tiled all the way up to the ceiling, all along there, and the back wall will be fully tiled as well. This wall won't be tiled, so we can change the paint colour. So this is the original bathroom from when we moved in, so we didn't have any choice of anything. This was how it was. We couldn't choose the tiles, couldn't choose the floor. It's a very thin cushion vinyl floor, so it'll be a much nicer floor down. Yeah, and it will mean that Mark will have his own proper shower. He will not have to come upstairs into the ensuite of my bedroom anymore. he'll have his own shower next to his bedroom. Right, well, this is how it looks now. Hopefully, the next thing you see will be a lovely, polished, beautiful, expertly fitted, superb new bathroom. There we go, look at that, folks. I'm very pleased with this. Mark's very pleased. We're both very pleased with it. This was done by a company called Regal Interiors, and they're based somewhere near Keighley in Yorkshire, and it was a Which recommended company. I'm a member of Which. Went in to see recommended bathroom fitters in our area. Regal bathrooms, well, Regal Interiors came out on top. They do bathrooms, kitchens, wardrobes, all sorts. So judging by this, next year hopefully we'll get a new kitchen, and we'll possibly be going to Regal Interiors. So everything basically, well, we chose together, but I chose it really. I chose the tiles, Mark just agreed. So there's the tiles. We looked at a bath, and we both decided to get a bath that was slightly wider at the shower end. So there's a little bit more room to stand up and have a shower. We now have a separate shower with rainfall and an attachment, of course, that you can remove to do your undercarriage. It goes up and down. There's a little shelf there to put your shampoo, and a folding shower screen, so this folds out. I won't do it at the moment, but it folds out. I'll just move the new bath mat. Folds out to here when you're having a shower, so almost half the bath is covered when you're having a shower. So it's a new bath mat. We've got two new bath mats, a dark grey and a silver grey, and two new sets of towels. I treated Mark to the towels as a little gift. So that's the bath. Don't know how comfy it is, but it's nice and spacious. It's got a pop-up waste and an ingenious... I never knew about this. Mark surprised me when he told me about this. But this is your combined tap and overflow doodah. So normally you just have an overflow there, but this is the tap as well. I won't turn it on because I've spent ages cleaning and polishing and drying everything. But as you can see, it's got red and blue there. So you turn it to the temperature and then you pull it out and the water comes out just below that. So really neat idea, I think. We had the only problem was with this. Mark did order quite a fancy bathroom cabinet that had USB, no, it had a Bluetooth speaker in it. It had a charging point for his toothbrush or shaver, and it had a light and it had a demister thing, but we couldn't get it rigged up to the electric, so we went for a similar one. I mean, it's a big mirror, as you can see, big cabinet. And that was my idea, to have the cabinet more or less the same size as the toilet sink combo. So it's got plenty of room in there for his toiletries. I've gifted him a lovely new molten brown aroma diffuser, and I've given him a new molten brown doodah hand pump. The sink is a lot bigger than we expected. We never saw this on site. Originally, the man chose for us what we were going to have. Well, he gave us, he chose some basic stuff, but obviously when I turned up at the showroom, most of that went out the window and other things were chosen. So we did see a combination toilet unit. It wasn't this particular one, but I wanted to have this sort of thing in the ensuite, but it was too big because they do come out further. When it's a built-in thing like this, the toilet pan does come out a bit further and it wouldn't fit in my ensuite, so I had to go for a separate toilet and vanity sink. So this is all combined, so it hides all the gubbins. We've got an extra cupboard there to put cleaning products. It's a nice big sink and it's all one piece, you see. So there's no areas where you can get dirt trapped around. Got a mixer tap and another pop-up waste. Dual flush toilet. big button for solids, the small button for liquids, and there we go. That's the toilet. And as you can see, obviously it is slow close. I don't know, I haven't done it far enough. There we go. It's a slow close toilet seat, like so. These are two of the new towels I bought for Mark from the York Designer outlet. I was there recently, and there's this place called Bedeck, and I thought these looked nice. I hadn't seen the bathroom, so they do go very well. Mark said he wanted a bit of colour. He did mention red, so I found these. So we've got the hand towel and a bath sheet on, of course, the new heated towel rail. It's all painted white instead of the magnolia it was. New floor, that's a Carndean floor, very similar to Amtico that we have in our kitchen and the ensuite, but they don't do Amtico in Regal Interiors. They do Carndean, which is a similar sort of thing. New light from Argos, that was £50. It's the same light I've got in the ensuite. Mark liked it, so we got the same for that. Mark bought it and the bloke fitted it. And finally Mark's, which I never liked this picture. It's a Hockney apparently, but not an original, obviously. But it was sort of lost. When we had magnolia walls, it didn't pop out, but now we've got white walls. You can see this little Hockney print sort of shows up nicer, and I've given it, as you can see, I've given it a polish. It was a bit dusty, and yeah, that mat just goes on the floor to step out of when you're in the shower, and goes back on there when it's drying. So I'm really pleased with it. As you can see, it's a complete transformation, much nicer. But of course the bathroom was the one that was fitted when we moved in. We were, you know, it's a new build. We were the first people to move in. We didn't have a say because this was the last house on this particular part of the build process. What do they call it? There's a name, phase. I think this was in phase 2. They were building quite a bit after we moved in, but this is phase 2. So it was the last one available in this particular phase. And of course everything had been chosen. The floors had been chosen, the carpets, the bathroom fittings. So it was all pretty basic. A new build house, they just put basic cheap stuff in, to be honest, when you first move in, unless you're there, you know, early on, and you can pay more obviously and get stuff you want. But we couldn't. But I'm so pleased with that. I think hopefully you'll agree that it looks very nice, and it just completely modernizes the bathroom. It was looking tired. It had a terrible vinyl floor that was curling up at the sides. So yeah, that's it. Thought I'd show you. I will be showing you the ensuite. There's a problem. I only wanted to show you the ensuite when it was completely finished. And finishing the ensuite meant fitting a new glazed door, which they fitted when they fitted this bathroom. Unfortunately, they put it upside down. So fortunately, yes, Mark complained, and they are ordering us a brand new door because it can't be put the right way up. Now it's all been fitted. So brand new door, the same one, is going to be fitted the correct way up in a couple of weeks. Also, the man knocked my mirror off the wall somehow and broke that. So I bought a new mirror, so that's got to go up. So you'll be seeing the ensuite soon. It's sort of similar looking. This looks far nicer. I wish I'd known about Regal Interiors when we had the ensuite done, because I'm not happy with it, but I'll explain that in a later series of videos. But I'm really happy with this. Oh, one thing we just need to get. Well, Mark's after a pump dispenser in chrome, but I'm thinking, well, you've got Molten Brown pump dispenser there. You don't want to be hiding that away. But just somewhere in this corner, so that'll get moved along. We just want a little artificial plant, a little succulent, little grasses. I saw a nice one in M&S that was in a sort of a grey pot. It would have gone exactly perfectly with these tiles. Grey pot with sort of grasses in. I thought that would look nice. It wasn't too tall, but Mark said no. But anyway, so that's what we want in here, because there's no window. Just a little artificial plant in the corner, just to give it a bit of greenery. Maybe one with a little, maybe a trailing plant, possibly. but something there just to, and then he doesn't really want anything else on the top. He wants to keep it all nice and smooth lines. So there you go. Great improvement, I think. Really happy with it. Regal Interiors are the company, if you want to look them up if you're in the Yorkshire area. So that's it for this video. See you all very soon. Bye for now.